All right, good morning, everyone. Let's make this big here. Today is January 22nd, 2026. Have to get, yeah, I'm still not used to saying 2026, even though it's like been 22 days of it being 2026. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, good morning. We're going to be trading live. Here we go. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I got Discord pulled up, Forex Factory, all the good stuff. So, first things first, let's see what news we have today. We have. Here, I'm just gonna get rid of a whole bunch of these because I don't need this many cameras. I'm getting rid of, because every time I open OBS, it's having me make a new camera source. So I have to clean it up here. Okay. Alright, we're good. So, yeah, we have, looks like GDP at 8:30. So there's gonna be a data wick at 8:30. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got a really nice data wick actually. So, man, this is a really nice draw on liquidity. Wow. This is a really nice draw on liquidity, and then we'll have a PCE index at 10. That's coming out. So we have a data low here. Why is there no SMTs being detected? Is it working? Is it just not detecting them? Okay, it is working, and there's just no SMTs. Okay, so yeah, we have a data low here. No real SMTs. All this also pretty nice low resistance liquidity if we come back, right? Now I don't know the higher time frame narrative, but still there's definitely good low time frame liquidity here. So this could be a 2022 gap right here, and then we expand lower. But I need to really understand the higher time frames. Let's jump out to the higher time frame. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the brightness down on this. So yeah, we filled this this giant new week opening gap. I think we'll have an overnight gap to the downside. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty big one to the downside, so That's something to consider. Yeah, I might be leaning a little bearish if, you know, I could see the market getting that move to fill the RTH gap, honestly. Got the data low. I mean, what other draws in liquidity are to the upside? But yeah, oh yeah, draws in liquidity. Well, we do have. Maybe we go up to this old previous day high here. We have a London high, which we have taken. We have a old PM high. Alright. Once again, I kind of want to see us reverse and run back into this range. Maybe we take this old PM high and then we do that. Then again, this is a really nice accumulation. Yeah, we do have a new day opening gap here. Why is it so fat? Oh man, this is confusing. Is it this one? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. It's from here to here is one, and from here to here is one. Oh, well, that's confusing. Oh, we have a new week opening gap here. kind of want to take a look at stat map. So, New York statistical manipulations all the way up there. Wow. Okay. That's something to consider, right? That is pretty high. But it kind of makes sense. If we're going to take this old drawn liquidity up here, then it's kind of where I'm anticipating. We'll probably go up all the way up there and then get manipulation, and then I want to see a sell model form back down. That's probably what I'm thinking. Hey, what up, M376? Yeah, so what I'm thinking right now, guys, is I really like this low resistance liquidity down here, right? I also like this data low. I would most prefer. Now, I'm not going to say that we can't continue higher because I haven't really analyzed the higher time frame in detail yet. It's possible we go higher, but I think one of the simplest ways to get bias is by using the RTH gap, and the RTH gap will form to the downside. So what I'm probably expecting is I'm going to expect this drawn liquidity to get taken, a sweep into the statistical manipulation area, and then I'd want to see a sell model form. Nice, bro. Nice. Yeah, I personally RTH gap to the downside makes me bearish, and that's just kind of like my default bias is that RTH gap a lot of the time. I like to just stick to that. Usually that's like one of the safest ways to get bias. So the RTH gap will form to the downside, and it fits this narrative of if we sweep this high into stat map, then we'll get a sell model. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm anticipating at this point. Is I want to see a sell model, but you know, this is why we're all working together. We all help each other out. So I love the diverse opinions, you know. Alright, this is nice actually. Delivering from a new week opening gap. Okay, this is a one setup for life. We're closing kind of low. Yeah, dodgy indicators even alerting it and stuff. We do form bullish SMT there. I mean, I think there's a decent chance it delivers us to the data low, but I don't know. I don't really feel like taking it. If it's wrong, then that would suck. But honestly, it probably won't be. I mean, the main reason I'm precautious is, has there been enough of a sell model formed? I just don't know. But I would say there's a decent chance we're going to deliver lower off of that. But like I said, yeah, I don't like these bullish SMTs. I think just having bullish SMTs here is reason enough for me to not be in this. That's personally reason enough for me to not be in this. Now I know it will probably good chance we go. Actually, I think objectively it is pretty good. Like I said, it might work, it might not, and I think I'm just okay with not being in it. Actually, you know, it's pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good, guys. Maybe I should have just taken it. Like, objectively. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Okay, guys. Objectively, this is not bad. But, you know, I kind of wanted to see this cell model form up here. I don't know. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to be a little precautious, but I do think that there's a chance we go lower off of this. You think price will go long from here? I don't think so. I think we're probably gonna go run this low resistance liquidity now. Yeah. I mean, I would honestly just maybe take this 5 minute. Yeah. What time is it? What time is it right now? 7:06. Or no, 9:06 Eastern. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, bro. I mean, it's seeming somewhat clear that we're gonna go run this liquidity pool. If we get this 5 minute, depending on how big of a stop loss I can have. Oh yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I can get one whole con in really nicely. Especially if I enter on like a retest of the IFG, this is a big enough stop loss. So I guess if the 5 minute inverses, I can go ahead and take it. But yeah, like I said, the 5 minute, I'm watching this 5 minute because you never know. The 5 minute might still expand us higher to go up to this old PM high here. Oh shoot, you can see my screen. What the heck? You haven't been able to see my screen this whole time. Okay, back to what I was saying. So this is the 2 minute I've been talking about. It inverts the downside. I would maybe consider taking this if the 5 minute inverse. Right now the 5 minute has an inverse. Now you could have taken the 2 minute. It's totally valid. It's just reason I'm not taking it is just, well, it's kind of just intuition. We closed kind of low. I mean, objectively it's really not bad. I think we could definitely deliver to this LRLR. But on the off chance this 5 minute holds, then I'm just being precautious. But yeah, the 2 minute inverse was nice. We also have probably a 3 minute change in state. That's nice as well. But I think if this 5 minute inverses, the cool thing about this 5 minute is once we run this LRLR, we're actually probably going to dump and maybe fill the whole RTH gap, in all honesty. So I will take this 5 minute if we get it. Now I was kind of anticipating us to go hit PM high, but you know. 5 minute did not inverse. We still have the bullish SMT. But once again, with this 2 minute inversion up here, I could definitely still see price going lower. I mean, yeah, because you have to understand, like, yeah, this is really good liquidity, but only if we can get through this imbalance, right? We have to get through this little area in this order block, because not only is this like an imbalance, it's also an order block. Theoretically, like, we're forming bullish SMTs here, it could reverse. I'm just being thoughtful. Now, you could take this 2 minute inversion. Once again, this is basically, if you took this 2 minute, it's good because it's a calculated play. You're basically saying, I'm guessing that this drawn liquidity is so strong that we're likely going to get through this imbalance. It's calculated. For me, I want to see a little bit more conviction that we're going to break through this 5 minutes. So I'm just not convinced yet. I'm kind of waiting for something else. Hey, what up, Hyper? How's it going? See, now look at this. What did I say, guys? This is kind of scary, right? Now we actually probably might still go lower, but I don't know. Like, if this 5 minute does hold, especially with these bullish SMTs, that's scary. But then again, this is objectively like a solid trade. I'm not hating. This is actually really good. But I am just being precautious personally, because I don't know if we're gonna get through this 5 minute. Exactly, the FVG is protecting longs. Now, don't get me wrong, we could get a death candle and we could just cut right through and then run that LRLR. Once again, I am bearish today right now because of the RTH gap. Once again, that's like that's probably the simplest way to get drawn liquidity, or at least bias in my opinion, is the RTH gap. And we will form that RTH gap to the downside. So, alright, so yeah, the 5 minute is holding price. And so you can just see, like, it was the right decision to be thoughtful because, well, then again, we could still go lower. This could still be totally fine. We're now retesting this inversion, but now we're forming a bearish SMT. But we have a 30-second change in state to the upside here. Yeah, we're probably going to explode one way or the other. Five to 1 risk reward ratio rule. Just trade normally. As long as you trade like you know, normally that's not an issue. I don't know. I never ran into issues with it, and I trade like, you know, just like a normal trader would. I think it's probably just some kind of clause to protect themselves in case someone does something really weird. Like, I don't know. I really don't think it's that big a deal as long as you're trade normal and you're legit. Like, as long as you're trading normal and legit, I genuinely think you're fine. So yeah, 5 minute for value gap, 30-second change in state. This could deliver us higher, but it is important to note that this is also kind of an imbalance, and that this imbalance might direct price to finally go fill that, right? Both could happen. Yeah, that's actually looking like what's happening, actually. I'm seeing both sides of the market. I'm seeing the bearish case and I'm seeing the bullish case, right? The bullish case is we have a 5-minute fair value gap and a line time frame change in state of delivery, and with the bullish case, we could go up to this New York PM high from a while ago, right? That's the bullish case. Right, this is the bullish case. The bearish case is we do hold this little tiny imbalance and breaker, and then we run to the LRLR below. So I'm aware of both sides. It's not like I'm not aware. It's just because I'm aware of both sides, it's not really one-sided. I'm not really interested yet. That's just me, though. Yeah, exactly. I just don't, I don't know. It's not one-sided enough for me to do anything. What I'd prefer is I'd prefer it to go up and then we go lower later. That I would really love that. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, what do we got going on? Oh, is the bullish case playing out here? Bullish case is playing out a little bit. Hey, what up, FA? Yeah, it's starting to lean bullish here, right? This is exactly what I was trying to warn people who took the inversion a little premature about, is there's still a chance this 5-minute was going to hold, and there's nothing wrong with this. You could definitely take this if you had conviction this was going to break. For me, I didn't know. It was kind of like 50-50. Not enough conviction for me to take it based off of the context, but it could have broken. Both could have happened, so. But now you can see this 5-minute gap is holding with 30-second change in state, and we took our low time frame true open right here with a little mini bullish SMT. So now I would say pretty likely we will go up to PM high, And I actually might take a scalp. I don't normally take scalps, but I might take a scalp here because I think we're gonna pretty clearly. Oh, that 3-minute inversion is nice. We're gonna draw liquidities pretty clearly PM high here. I might actually take the scalp. What time is it? Well, what if this is now creating a manipulation, taking the high and dump? I think that's what's happening, bro. I think that's what's happening. I'm thinking about just taking this scalp though to this old or break even and then to this old PM high. But I do think we're gonna dump. So maybe I shouldn't go against my bias because I am bearish. So I'm probably not even gonna, because I could take a scalp, but it's against my bias. It's pointless. I don't know why do I need to take trades against my bias? I don't know. I don't need to. Oh, you know what though? We are holding this bearish gap here. We did backtest this NWOG with a bearish SMT. Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I'm prepared to take a trade right now, guys.
Order filled.
So something like this. Okay, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so you could go break even here if you want. I'm not gonna go break even yet. I'm just gonna basically hold it. So close to stop filled there.
Stop filled.
Alright, cool. I like that trade. Could it have been a little bit more, what's it called? What's the word? Like it was good, but it wasn't like perfect. Could have been more perfect, yeah, but I'm not about perfection. I'm just about taking setups. So I think it was okay. So it's all good. It was good. You liked it. I liked it too. I think it was good. Obviously, I could have gone break even at that low. I thought it was more reasonable to go break even at this low, personally. So, I think it was all good. But I'm still expecting shorts. I don't think we're bullish at all, honestly. And actually, I'm very much considering taking this 1 minute. We have another bearish SMT here, and now we're getting a 1 minute. Only thing is, if the market's bullish, it's just gonna keep rejecting these. I'm taking this again. If we get this. Well, okay, we got it.
Order filled.
I guess I have to stop right here. We use the rejection block as well, so we're delivering from the rejection block. We'll see. There we go. There we go. Okay. We like that. Six, seven, eight. Yeah, let's actually put.
Order filled.
All right, we like that. We like that. There you go. We like that. W's. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. There you go. Alright. Dubs. And I took profit at the data low. One set it for life. Dodgy probably took that. Now we have a ton of bullish S&Ts, so... Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break now because... Yeah. I just want to. Because I just took a 4R, so I think I deserve a little break. Oh my gosh. That was nice. Once I knew FA was taking it, I knew we were set. Oh man. Yeah, I think we could definitely go all the way lower to fill the RTH gap. But, you know, sometimes you got to take profit where profit is due, you know. But I do think very likely see this RTH gap to the downside. This is very likely we could just go fill this whole thing. Very not necessarily very likely, but it's very possible. I might actually take a break, guys, just because 4R is such a big trade that I think it deserves a little break. So, I'll come back later. But yeah. I'm gonna take a break. Or should I keep trading? Nah, I'll be back. I'm gonna let myself relax. I think trying to be a pressure cooker and take every trade is gonna it's not good. So I'm gonna just chill. Yeah, there you go, 4R. Why did I come back? Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, you could have held it. You could have held it. But it's all good. I don't need to catch a million points every day. Hey, there you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm just chilling because there's a benefit of just letting yourself relax after a trade. But I'll come back probably like 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in a bit, and then I'll probably keep trading. Alright, yo, sorry, that took way longer than I thought. Way longer. Dude, what did I say? We're just going lower and lower and lower. Y'all know why, right? It's just a giant RTH gap to the downside. We might have even filled it by now. Dude, what did I say this morning? You can't see my screen. What did I say? We're probably going to fill the RTH gap. I said that. Oh my gosh. Imagine if you took this to go fill the RTH gap. It's not, that'd not be that unrealistic of a trade. I mean, seriously. How hard is it to just take a 2-minute inversion and then take it to fill the RTH gap? Or no, 1-minute inversion. You know, you have to wonder. It's like, it's crazy. Like, no, most people don't know this stuff. Like, look at this. Just beautiful. That was awesome. Delivering from a Phoenix as well. Yeah, this was really, really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and let's screenshot this trade here, but we most likely will fill that RTH gap. That was a really nice trade. Wow. Hey, what up, Javier? Reason I've been gone is I already took my trade. I took the inversion to go to the data low. I tried it twice. I lost this one -1R, but then +4R. So I'm up 3R for the day, and I just, you know, momentum is everything. And if I'm on a good note and I can just take a solid break and preserve that, you know, momentum, that's what I want to do. So, you know, that's what I did. I took a little break. I'm back now. Maybe I could take another trade, but dude, I'm very, very content with the trade I took. And yeah, we had a bearish S&T with this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've been bearish too. I was bearish since all the way over here. M3 was telling me to be bullish, and I was like, I think we're gonna be bearish. I think we got the RTH gap below, and when in doubt, trust that RTH gap, man. That RTH gap. You'll be amazed how much of the time that thing just gets biased perfectly right. Was this with ES or YM? ES, NQ, SMT with YM? There's an SMT right now. I want to see that RTH gap get filled. Guys, this was so clean. Like, genuinely. Yeah. Wow. Doesn't it just feel so cool being a trader? Like, no, yeah. This was looking like, yeah, it was bearish S&T with ES. Isn't it so cool to be a trader, though? Like, the fact we know this stuff and like everyone else in the world doesn't, and you would think it should be like common knowledge because this is like probably trading knowledge is probably one of the most valuable types of knowledge you can have in the entire world, and it's like only us have this knowledge because we actually studied it, you know? And it's just crazy. Like, for instance, like, knowing that RTH gaps are likely to get filled, right? Overnight gaps. You can see how perfectly this gets filled. And from the inversion for value gap to the fill of the RTH gap, like, how much RR is that? I genuinely want to know. Like, what? This is... Like, this is 19 RR from the inversion to the RTH gap getting filled. That's crazy. And so you would think, people would want to know this stuff, but no one cares. And I don't know why, but they're just, I think they just been brainwashed to think that it's all fake. And you know what? That's what they want to think, then good for them, I guess. $150 more points to the downside? Really? Yeah, I'm thinking the RTH gap needs to get filled at the very least. This was clean as heck. This is probably like one of the nicest trades I've seen ever. It's just so simple. Delivering from a Phoenix. I mean, guys, this is like... Market gave this to us, bro. This was clean as heck. Man, imagine you take that Phoenix model. That'd be insane. Yeah, this was so clean, guys. Like, what? Dude, doesn't this just get you excited as a trader? Seeing this kind of price this kind of price action, like, this is beautiful. Just awesome. Genuinely. Yeah, what was this? It was supposed to be 4.7R. It ended up being 4R for me, but it was supposed to be 4.7R. That's insane. I think I'm gonna include. You remember that hand of FA model that I made? I think I'm gonna include Phoenix model, pin bar or outside bar off a new day opening gap or new week opening gap. Those all count as hand of FA. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I don't know, just they all kind of fit the same category a little bit. $9.28. So what's today? January 22nd. $9.28 inversion for value gap, 1 minute, and then I took this live. This trade was awesome. I know, bro. Yeah, well, data low is it's just very clear. You were targeting. I mean, it was fine to target further, but you'd have to have conviction and realistically, you know, I just know for essentially almost certainty, not obviously certainty, but once we start displacing, that we're gonna go to the data low, you know, like that's like the sure bet, and so I just you know was just content. I was content, and yeah, but of course we knew we were likely to continue lower, because obviously we were, because it was a giant RTH gap. It was an overnight gap, and I mean, those, don't underestimate overnight gaps, guys. Like, it's crazy how powerful that will be to determine your bias. But it really was really nice, really. Okay, this is another screenshot of the same thing. 1 minute live, number 2. Okay, and then as well, I want to screenshot the actual execution. Let's go ahead and do that. Execution. Okay, and then I want to do another. I want to show it again, but on the lower time frame. So same exact thing, but a lower time frame version. So you can kind of see. You can see every little detail of this thing because it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, guys, this is not cool. Like what? I don't know why other people don't like trading. I'll never get it. I think trading is the coolest thing in the world. It's like, bro, this is so precise. Okay. 928 inversion for value gap. 1 minute live, number 3. Okay. That's so sick. Do one more screenshot that doesn't have the little blue dots. Alright, should we keep looking at price action? What on earth is going on? Well, like I said, we gotta go to the RTH gap, so we're probably about to dump. I think RTH gap's low is, yeah, it's coming up here. We're almost there. Come to Papa, as ICT would say. You can see my screen. Come to Papa. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's worth trading. Look at this, you know? Like, is that worth trading? Is this really worth trading? Maybe it should just be done. Like, dude, I'm very content. I gotta stick for the live trading window though. I gotta stick around. $25,400. Yeah. Okay, I'm turning my indicators back on. My flight controls back on. I'm turning my flight controls back on. Here we go. We had a new day opening gap there. Nice. Well, it's very possible that this change in state delivers us lower. We also have a bearish S&T with that high. Did you catch any trades? Yes, I did, bro. Yes, I did. Check this out. Massive W took it on stream. It was just very logical. We had a bearish S&T delivery from the new week opening gap, swept out the candle bodies, bearish S&T with ES. We're looking at the 15-second chart, but this was a 1-minute inversion. And then we had the data low. So dodgy one set up for life, and then yeah, right down to the data low. That's it. It was about like 4.7 RR, but the trade ended up being about 4R because because it kind of gets messed up sometimes. But 4R is great, but on paper it's supposed to be 4.7. Pretty nice. I think maybe that was even a pin bar at the high, actually. I almost wonder if that was a pin bar. Not super obvious pin bar, though. But yeah, I was bearish. What lows are those? Lows from 7:27 Eastern to 8:33 Eastern. It was the data low. Wow, we inversed the first one for value up to the upside, but market was so bearish that we actually kept going lower. And you guys have to understand why. It's just a giant RTH gap to the downside, so market was bearish. RTH gap is king. It's like genuinely RTH gap is just gonna run the market. I don't know. It's so good at bias. Just trust the RTH. Trust it. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little overstimulated here with all this. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. Alright. What prop am I trading with? Nothing. I'm saving up for to trade personal, and then I'm never going back to props. I'm honestly never trading props again. I'm just gonna start trading on personal, and then eventually slowly scale it to FA size. So, like, I don't know. I don't like paying monthly fees. It kind of just I don't want to have time pressure to trade. I want to trade on my own terms with my own money and treat it like a business and not like a I don't know, like I need to make money from prop from today. Like I could take a trade right now and then I could wait till 2 weeks from now to take my next trade, you know? I like that element of trading personal and yeah, I don't know. I don't want to I want to be trading on my own terms with my own rules. No having to deal with RR risk, no having to deal with making too much money in a day, you know. I just am sick of props, so I'm not doing props. And I have my plan to be able to trade personal. Like I basically have it set up so like I can take all the trades I take on practice. I'm gonna be able to take on my personal. I take like lower time frame trades to make sure I can trade with one micro. It's just where I'm at. So I also just don't trust props. Like I don't know, like if they're gonna pay me, I don't want to have to pay all these fees to get the funded accounts. I don't want to have to lose the funded accounts. I don't know. It's just me. Yeah, guys, this is very interesting. We have that new week opening gap or new day opening gap. I don't feel like taking this, but I'm just watching it. Like new day opening gap. And then on the low time frame, we have a change to delivery. So right here. And then we also went to OTE of the change in state. Yeah, once again, there's a reason I didn't take it. It's just, oh no. not obvious. Seemed like maybe market could have reversed, and it did. Like, as much as I want that RTH fill, and sometimes, we'll get all the way down here and the market's content without having to fill it. What it's looking like now, actually, is it's looking like this was a Phoenix model, right? The only thing is I don't know if there was SMT there. Is there SMT here? Yeah, there's... No! Dang it, I'm sorry, bro. It's part of the process. Just, you just gotta keep going. But yeah, it's not fun. I'm sorry. But, like, just understand, like, losing is winning because you get to learn. Just realize that. So what I see this as right now is I'm thinking we have bullish SMT with ES. And then we went from the rejection block to the fair value gap. So this is like that Khufu stack thing I talked about. How do you learn from your failures? Figure out, look at it, just see like what was why did it fail? Like, just look at it and try and figure out why it failed. And I mean, that's not easy. It's easier said than done, but just really ask yourself, what could have been better about this? And then just do that over and over again. Yeah, so guys, this is that Khufu stack idea I talked about. And then I could honestly see us utilizing this breaker as well. You guys remember Khufu stack though? Remember what I was saying? Market moves from the rejection block to the fair value gap. And now we're going to the breaker. I'm curious now. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we get a reaction here. I'm not convinced we will, but we might. Whoops. Why is it... I accidentally went full screen. It'd be cool if we do tap this. I don't know if we will. Man, I feel like they're Like, there had to be S&T with that low, right? There's not with S&P. And there's not with YM. But there was S&T with this low. With both assets. So it's Phoenix type B. How many trades do I enter within the day? Unlimited, as many as I want within 4 losses. That's what I'm leading up towards, right? Right now, I've only been taking realistically like 1 or 2 trades a day, but I personally, I don't really think there's any reason you can't take more than however many trades in a day. It's based off of, like, basically what I'm saying is when I get more skilled, especially emotionally and controlling myself, I think I could take quite a few trades in a day. So, but yeah, I call it my 4 bullets. I'm gonna allow myself 4 bullets a day, but realistically, I'm just taking like unlimited break evens and wins, one loss max right now. So that's what I'm doing. And then I think a pretty standard thing would be unlimited break evens and wins, 2 losses max. I think that's a pretty solid way to go. Unlimited break evens and wins, 2 losses max. I'm doing 4 because that's what I want to work up towards. But right now, usually I'm maxing out at like 2 or 1, but for sure 4 losses max. But I do unlimited break evens and wins. It's kind of confusing the way I do it, but you gotta figure out what works for you. Guys, I wonder if this fits in a dealing range. It would actually be pretty cool if this did. I think we gotta turn it up 1. That's too big. It actually does somewhat fit within this. Actually, no, it definitely does. Wait. Yeah, I mean, we have Phoenix at the low, and then we expand up to the high. I think that's kind of nice. I mean, look at the way the market forms a buy model at the bottom here. Okay, now what's the game plan now? I'm gonna get rid of all this because it's all the past. It's all in the past. I want to focus on the future. What's going on now? Well, obviously we had a 15-minute balanced price range here. So clearly that was important. And then we obviously had a 1-minute change in state of delivery. And almost got stopped out on that if you would have taken this 1-minute change in state. We go to OTE. How many minis, micros do you use per trade? Since I'm planning on trading personal eventually, I'm practicing on sim, and I'm doing 1 micro. Literally just 1, unless sometimes 2. I just use the risk tool to calculate how much. I'm just using the risk tool to find out how many cons to use with $40 stop loss. Now, once again, 40 is a lot, but you know, if I want to trade a personal, which I eventually do, that's probably the most realistic amount I can trade with, while still having realistic trades that I can take. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, 1 micro, you can see, so it's 0.1, so it's NASDAQ, so that means 1 micro. It's yeah, so usually 1 micro. Today it was actually 2 micros because it just worked out like that. But usually it's 1 micro, sometimes 2, and then eventually as I scale my accounts, I'm gonna start with 2,000. But probably safe, to be safe, you could do like 2 to 5,000. You could do like 5,000. But I think 2,000 for me is fine, because by that point, you know, I'm gonna do 40 per trade. Here's my scaling plan. I'll show you my scaling plan. You can see what you think of this here. And right now, and just understand this, Coffee, I just want to basically make consistent income with trading. I'm not looking at the start to have it be a full-time income. At the start, I just want to see it as, can I make profit? Can I make more profit than loss and consistently do that in the long run? That's the main thing, right? I don't care about making $1 million right now. So if you're looking to make $1 million, you know, props might be the better option, because realistically, you know, you can get bigger payouts. For me, I see props as a huge liability because I have to pay them monthly. I know if I don't win, by default, I'm losing. Right? I don't like that. I don't like that narrative. I don't like that if I don't win by default, I'm losing because I'm paying the props. I like the narrative of, if I do nothing, I'm not losing because I'm not losing money. But if, you know, but then if I win, then it's consistent and it's my own. So here's my scaling plan. I'm trying to get it pulled up here. Should be in Google Sheets. But yeah, I mean, if you can make consistent, even if it's like starting out, even if it's only like a few hundred a month, that's big. A few hundred a month is nice, objectively. From, you know, from a hobby that I really like enjoy, that's great. And then eventually, obviously, I know if it starts out a few hundred a month, it's going to turn into a few thousand, it's going to turn into way more. So you kind of just have to focus on the obtainable, and then it slowly becomes to the next, it slowly goes to the next level, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, I lost the... Oh, it might be in this spreadsheet, actually. Oh, okay, here we go. I got it. This is my plan for $2,000 personal. Risk per trade. You can see, so these are like different risk tiers, and to understand this, you need to watch my video on this. So watch this video. I don't know if you're still watching, Coffee. Let me know if you're still watching, but you gotta watch this video. That I made. This one. Wow, this is crazy. I've made 30 videos since I've made this video. That's crazy. It's 31 videos ago. But how to scale a personal account. Watch this, and it's gonna explain these risk tiers. But this is for a $2,000 personal. So if it's less than 2,000, I'm going to save up till it gets back to 2,000. That's my plan for that. Once it's 2,000 or higher, I'm risking 40 per trade, and then here's the daily drawdown. So meaning 4 trades per day max, 4 losses per trade max. That's just the way I'm doing it. You can do 2 losses, you can do 1 loss, but for me, I think once I get the ball rolling, I'm gonna be able to do that, and then yeah, basically, you once you hit the next tier, you unlock the next risk size, and then you trade according to that risk. And you only downsize if you hit the downsize limit. It's like Clash of Clans. It's kind of like, you have trophies in Clash of Clans. You don't go down until you go like 100 beneath whatever the trophies you needed to unlock it. So that's kind of how it works. It's like different risk tiers, and then like for instance, if the count is $525,000 or more, I'm doing 2,800 per trade. You might be saying, that little? That's so small. It's like, yeah, because I don't want to lose money, A, and B, I don't need to risk a lot of money to make a lot of money. You have to understand that. Like, if I hit a 5R with $2,800, that's like $10,000, $11,000 in a day. I'm not complaining, but what I care about is not losing money. And so I'm going to slowly scale this. That's my plan. And then here's the same plan, but for a $100,000 trading view. And then what I'm doing right now on Sim, which is this 50,000 trade of 8. Which is this account right here. And this account is still in this risk tier right here. So I guess I'll highlight it. So that's the risk tier I'm in. You still he's starting to look like a scammer. Well, he's the stuff he teaches is valid, but it's like, but also, I don't know, it's complicated because he's definitely been a good trader in the past. It's super complicated. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the reason he got so big is because he taught good concepts, but there's elements to both sides. There's elements to he's obviously selling courses, and that's a big portion of his money. But there's also elements of he has been profitable in the past. He is profitable, and honestly, he's still profitable in the general sense. Like, he is. I mean, I think everything he teaches is valid. It's not like he's. I wouldn't say this. There's some scammers that are intentionally trying to scam. That is not TGR. TGR is genuine. He's genuinely trying to help people. Does that mean he's perfect? No. But does that mean I'm perfect? No. No one's perfect. So, but yeah, I think he's not intentionally trying to scam, but he is trying to milk the most money out of his what he has going for him as he can, which is, maybe you consider that an element of scamming. So there's elements to both sides, but in general, no, he's not. Like, in general, no. But there are elements of it that feel kind of like a scam. That's a hard question, but in general, no. But he definitely milks as much money as he can out of his own fans, is what I'd say. And that's why I try and not do that. That's why I don't have courses and stuff right now, is because I don't want to make people who are struggling for money struggle even more for money. So that's what I don't like about it, but yeah, hopefully that made sense, right? And I haven't finished these putting in all these. Oh my gosh, where's the dollar sign? Hey, we did just inverse this to the downside here. Okay, let's get out. Let's get back our. Let's turn on our flight controls again. Is there any SMTs? Yeah, low key. This could be a 2022 model right here. I might just take this on Tradeovate. So this isn't any trades I take on Tradeovate don't count for putting in my spreadsheet and stuff. But I might take this on Tradeovate because I do think we could go lower off of this. This is a, you know, kind of like a 2022 gap, and then what I meant Trading View. Any trades I take on Trading View, I'm not taking as a real trade. Does that make sense? The Trading View account is purposefully for paper trades. The Tradeovate account, I'm treating it like the real thing. So this is a 1 minute for value gap, 2022 model, so 15-second change in state. So like basically taking, I call it the 2022 plus, where you take a 2022 gap and then you look for changes to delivery off of it. You can see we went perfectly to equilibrium there. But yeah, I think we're gonna dump here. We're probably gonna dump all the way to these equal lows, and then fill the RTH gap. Another reason I like this is it's above all the true opens. It's above this open and this open. think we gotta fill the RTH gap. And this is looking like a higher time frame imbalance here. Like a 5-minute implied gap. Like a 3-minute implied gap. Oh wow, and that gets a lot more precise like that. No SMT here? Really? Maybe we're bullish then, who knows? Because now we are at that breaker and for value gap, you know? Now we formed a bullish SMT. Whoops, what just happened? I accidentally got rid of that. So yeah, breaker and for value gap. He took longs. Yeah. I mean, the problem was, it was basically not, there was no bearish SMT with this high. That was red flag number one. Number two, I mean, this is a breaker and for value gap. Number three, it was just moving slow and chopping. So I was like, well, we're getting a bullish SMT. We're probably going to reverse here. I don't know. It's uncertain. I'll just say that. It's uncertain. I gotta use the bathroom again. I'm gonna be watching on my phone. Oh, where's the first center for value gap? Oh yeah, it was all the way up here. Ooh, look at that. It's resting right above that high. Something to think about for later. We might use that. Dodge indicator went off on the 2-minute. Right here. Now, once again, I don't know. I'm kind of sitting in this weird spot of like I want to see the RTH gap get filled. So, I don't know. Nothing convincing to me, but Dodge indicator went off for that, but it's also getting close to the end of my live trading window, so yeah, I might end it soon. I don't know yet. But it also makes sense, guys, why we got rejected here. You can see there's just a clear imbalance in price. Market got rejected by. That breaker and Fair Value Gap held nicely on the 1 minute. This thing. Oh my gosh. You could have gone on a 15 or 5-second chart and then taken a change in state. Maybe a 5-second. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. A little micro time frame buy model off the 1 minute breaker. How fun is this? Even including manipulation of all the true opens. Anyway. Alright. It is the end of my live trading window. I'm going to get off here. Yeah, just going to keep trying to be more and more consistent. It's hard. It's not easy, but I'm trying. But yeah, hopefully, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This inversion could deliver us lower. A lot of bearish SMTs here. Okay, I'm getting off. I'll see you guys later.